Hi.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello. Enemy inside! Enemy down!
What the fuck?
Yep, that's how my
We're not
character.
we're not playing Call of Duty anymore, Donkey.
Yeah! I'm hurt!
Yeah, welcome everyone. Welcome to this week's episode of the Talk Hawk Podcast.
Hello.
Episode 16, where we don't know what the hell we're gonna talk about.
Oh
As
yeah.
always.
Did you see the statistics that you're saying? You needed to see the last episode's statistics.
Yeah, I did.
How was it?
I saw the statistics and yeah, it went back down to how it was.
Oh, so what was
Yeah,
that about?
so the increased traffic we got all of a sudden was probably just bots and stuff.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
That's sad.
yeah. So for people who don't know, like all of a sudden out of nowhere, like, a few weeks ago, we got like a huge increase in listeners, like on the previous episodes, all of a sudden, and it was probably just bots because I received a few emails from a few different apps like, oh, host your podcast with us and yada yada yada. But they were all automated ones,
Mm,
automated emails. So yeah, it was bots.
that's sad. For a while, I thought, we we had new listeners. TK. I thought,
It's okay.
I
We
thought.
still have the ones we had already.
Oh,
We
except for your
still have people.
number one fan. Who else?
Oh, we have a few more people.
We do?
Yeah.
Oh, that's surprising. Hello, thank you
Mhm.
guys for your support for this um temporarily small podcast at the moment. We will remember you one day when we make it. You
Imagine
gotta.
someday we get like thousands of listeners and stuff, and we forget the OGs, the
Nah.
original people. Nah, we would never do that.
Yeah, we gotta know their names first. If they no, we drop you a message, then we'll probably remember their names and they'll live in our hearts forever and ever.
Yeah.
Did I just make it
Well,
sound like the dead? No, I didn't mean that, okay? You guys are much more alive than I am.
you, you might be dead, but you'll be memorialized as as a loyal listener of the Talk Talk podcast. History will remember you as such.
Yep, forever and ever. And we'll be
Imagine that's all you're remembered for.
like we don't even know their names. Number one listener, like number one supporter. Thank you for talking cock with us. Wow, that was a
No,
closing speech.
no, I know a couple of their names.
Oh, you
Like,
do?
yeah, the friend that listens to us,
I only
his
know him as
name.
Taurus.
We have another listener who is his girlfriend. We know her.
Oh,
I know her name.
oh, female Taurus.
Yeah, although I don't think she's Taurus, but she's all the way from Austria. That's where
Oh,
she listens from.
Austrian Taurus.
Yeah,
No, I'm
and
not sure.
I don't. Yeah,
No, you're saying?
I'm saying I don't know about the other people
Mm-hmm.
that are listening to us. I don't know them by name.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know exactly who is listening to us.
Yep, I'm
But
not sure if
thank
my
you.
friends do. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
It's
I
been
see
four
Malaysia.
months. It's been four
What?
months. It's been 4 months since we did this.
Yeah.
Well, it's a good sign that people actually listen to us, which means, we're able to do this.
Yep.
It's just that we don't really mark it out.
I mean, yeah, because I don't know if everyone is okay, with us like talking about them or like, bringing them up.
Yeah. Well, whoever you guys are, just know we love you.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, they're here to listen to our shit talk, apparently.
Yep. Oh wait, I know. Why not we talk about how we met TK, baby boy?
How we met? I
Yeah.
think uh, I think everyone knows that, right?
Not
I
everyone.
think we talked about it on the first episode or something.
No, we talked about Libra.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah. So basically, yeah, both of us knew each other on this app called Pong. It was an audio app, and
Hmm.
surprisingly, the first time when I went in, TK was already there, but we didn't hit off immediately. I hit off with the other sluts who was talking about golden shower and everything, and I have no idea how it became to me and TK. Do you?
Uh, I don't know, but I don't know. But one day, like, it was my hosting time as I was on shift, and I was just there chilling, playing some
Oh,
lo-fi music.
okay. I remember now.
Yeah, and then Donkey here comes in out of nowhere, and he comes to the mic and he's like, "So what's going on here?" Like, nothing much, just chill. And then he's like, "Oh, I like the music. It's relaxing." I'm like, "Yeah, I know, right?" And
Oh.
then we just sit there like two old fucking two two fucking old drunkards like at the table just drinking and like telling our life problems and whatnot. Or like, oh fuck all these young kids and TikTok and shit. Fuck you.
Okay. Yeah, and then I think things really deepened when we went to Shrek and Donkey. How the hell did that even happen?
But I don't even know because originally you became Turkey.
Yeah.
You changed your avatar and name to Turkey because you just used to gobble all the time. Yeah, and so we used to call you fucking Turkey. And eventually, from that, what happened is you just changed to animals. You just changed. You just decided one day, like you just became a trans. Like trans people.
Mm.
Decide I'm not. I identify as a female. And so one day you just started identifying as a donkey instead of a turkey.
No, that something triggered that.
Yeah, well, that's because girls were hitting on you. So at first it was like one girl hitting on you, and then another girl comes out of nowhere and starts hitting on you at the same time, and you're like backed up in the corner and you don't know what to do, and you just become donkey all of a sudden. It's like a fucking Pokemon evolution or something. It's like, oh no,
Yep.
he's evolving. He's evolving from a bird into a fucking four-legged equestrian animal.
But the thing is, it's 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 been commented by a lot of people that this donkey persona fits me a lot, like the way I talk and my mannerism and everything. So why not? It yeah.
Yeah, and then you just stuck with that, and eventually, uh, since we were together and doing shit together all the time, like you'd come during my hosting hour, and we would just like make fun of people or do whatever shit. So I also became Shrek. I was like, oh no, fucking I like onions and fucking rolling around in the mud.
Yeah, Shrek is love. Shrek is life. Maybe
Oh
you
yeah,
should.
that happened.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that happened.
so because my girlfriend brought up that fucking thing in the group, and yeah, at the time we were like obsessed with that shit. Like, Shrek is love, Shrek is
Shrek
life,
is life.
and then those weird ass Shrek videos on YouTube. And so from there on, like yeah, so me,
Yep.
I became Shrek. Donkey became or was always Donkey.
I just
And
spoke.
then, yeah,
Hell
and
no,
my
man.
girlfriend became Fiona.
Yep. I had a dragon.
Oh yeah, you had a dragon for one day, I think, like for a
Yeah.
minute.
And we had baby. And it just disappeared. Well, sad life.
Your dragon flew away.
Yeah. With my kids. My drankies. No
Thank God,
drankies.
thank God she took the kids with her, because you wouldn't want to have them.
Well, if they're half dragon, half donkeys, I would.
What the fuck are you gonna do with half dragon, half kids?
I don't know. Raise them like
You,
my kids.
you're just gonna treat them like pets. You're gonna treat them like that's why you were saying that. Oh, if they were drankies, I would keep them. Yeah, because they're not human.
Yep.
They're just fucking animals.
Well, I treat animals like child. Like I treat animals like my children.
Oh, but you don't want actual kids.
No, I don't want actual kids. Like I don't like human
You
kids.
treat you treat kids like animals.
And I treat animals like kids. No, wait, wait. Actually, I think I do because I don't know how to approach a kid. Like when I see a
Yeah.
kid, do I go like pss, 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 pss? Do that? Will they come over to me, or do I just go like, "Hey, there's food," and I just pass them like a carrot or
Just bring,
something?
just bring out a treat and like grab them with like, here I have food, I have treats. Come here, come here. Yeah. At that point, you'd just be like a kidnapper. You'd be like out on the streets, like fucking luring kids with treats. You'd be fucking locked up in no time.
Fucking hell! No, I don't do that. I mean, like, I don't like kids, human kids, but I still treat them like someone.
Somewhat. Alright.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't approach kids a lot. I mean, that sounded weird, but
Oh.
no, no, not in that sense. Okay, I know we're all very potty mouthed, but I don't mean it in that sense. But yeah, I mean, I don't approach kids a lot. Like, I don't play with them or anything.
I
Like-
hope you don't play with kids.
Oh my god, fuck you, dickhead! What the fuck? No,
That
but
would be scandalous.
oh, that would pedophile. I'll kill myself if I was a pedophile. But yeah, like I have no issues approaching an animal at any time. Like even a fucking giraffe. I was at the zoo just now, so I was like looking at all the animals, and I was like, oh, I have no issues like approaching them.
You were at the zoo
Yeah,
by yourself?
yeah.
Well, weren't you
Of
that
what?
they might lock you up in there?
I
And I
ran out
think,
before
oh,
closing time.
They're like, oh shit, the donkey has just escaped. Like fucking Madagascar or something. We gotta lock him up.
You can't catch me, and they throw me this waffle, and I just go, oh, waffle. That's it.
Do they even have donkeys at the zoo?
Yeah, they don't. They had horses and ponies though.
Oh, close enough.
Yeah,
Like your cousin.
Yeah, I went there specifically to look at them. Like, yeah.
Oh,
Uh,
is
you
that
know
your
what?
favorite animal?
It
Horses?
is. Yeah, horses. They used to be. It used to be dogs, but after working with horses, I like horses a lot more than dogs. I mean, I still love dogs, but horses is my top. Like if you put a horse and a dog, I'll probably love them equally, but I'll try to get them to bond with each other. Well, I can't
Mm-hmm.
really separate, yeah, but you know, I still love horses a lot.
Mm.
Yeah, they're so
So
silly. But
yeah, if the audience don't know, it's because Donkey used to work at a ranch. What do they call it?
tough, tough club, like a racehorse, the place where racehorses are.
Yeah, yeah, and you used to take care of the horses, right?
Yeah, I do. I did
How long did you do that for?
about 3 years.
3 years. Oh.
Yeah. So it was
So,
it was quite a compact 3 years. Like how some people at some place for like years, but they still don't know anything. But it wasn't that case for me because I love like the horses a lot. So I compacted like what I needed to know and everything, like legitly like studying for to know about horses and everything. So it was quite compact. I wouldn't say like my knowledge is up there all the way, but at least the basic stuff and slightly a little bit basic I know a little bit to look at the signs and how to know if they're well or unwell, etc., etc., and to connect with them and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, and massaging
yeah,
horses.
you used to, so you worked every day there, right? Every day of the week, or
All every day. I was supposed to have like one day off, but because back then my stable had very little people working, so whenever there were races, we had to OT to bring the horses to race.
hmm.
Yeah, so it was
So
technically
yeah,
like a Sunday. Sorry, you're saying?
so yeah, if you're doing that like every day and you're taking care of the horses, have to know, like you have to like actively know, what's the signs of anything going wrong, or you have to know how to take care of them, or if they're getting sick or something, or how to properly feed them, or all that stuff, right? You can't just can you just what do they call it? Can you just fuck off and like at
No, but
office jobs, how people just they're sitting in front of the computer all day without doing anything? Can you do that with that kind of job?
uh, people do that. They just look at it as a job. So yeah, it's still possible, because basically our roles are just to feed them and change their water and keep their stalls clean. So yeah, some people don't really, put that much investment into it because it's just a job for them.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so yeah, I mean of course there are like different tiers of people who just looks at this as a job. But yeah, I technically I don't get well with those people, the bottom feeders who just look at the job because they don't know anything, and sometimes when the horse is in distress and everything, they are not very nice to the horses and everything. But the horses like I wouldn't say on steroids, but they are more active because of the feed and their workout and everything because they're like athletes of in the horse world.
Hmm.
Yeah, so they're definitely more edgy and all that kind of stuff, and they're not so mild-mannered like the domesticated horses you see at like zoo kind of stuff because of their diet and whatever they do and their mindset and everything. So yeah, sometimes we had to be a little bit rough with the horse because uh we are just humans and the horses are like fucking huge. Yeah, but yeah, some people are just like bullies, so they bully the horses, and I don't really like that. It's like how just now I went to the zoo and people are just approaching the horses like it was a toy or something, and it just I just didn't really like it. Like, uh,
Mm.
yeah,
Well, did you have to put down a horse during your time?
uh,
Because race horses from
yeah,
what I've heard, like if they don't perform well or they perform badly or and keep performing badly, like they have to be put down once they're taken out of the racing
Uh,
circuit thing.
it depends on which stable and who's the boss. Because back then, my trainer was a local, so he wasn't that cold-hearted. He'll try to send the unraceable ones who are a little bit slower. Malaysia's race course, because they have lower standards there, and all these slower horses have more chances of running and racing there. And yeah, so if it's like Caucasian like trainers, they are more cold-hearted in regards to this, because they really view this as a job, like a work, a business. So I can't really blame them on that, because you know if they don't put it down, you're just like dragging their misery, and it's not good for both parties. Because I mean, look at it in this way: the horses are in this stall like for most of the thing. It's like in a prison cell. So
Yeah.
why would you want to keep a horse alive, especially in Singapore where there's no space for quiet race horses and stuff like that, which is sad. But this industry is so big, and not a lot of people are able to do anything about this, because it's too big to have anything done. The population of horses are too big, and the ones that I had to put down was two of them. One of them was like an acquaintance horse. Like I know him, but we're not we get along, but we're not bonded. And he broke his leg. Put down on the track immediately. And the other one was my favorite, my bestie, my best child. Yeah, Red, the one with the white stripe. Really, really close to me. Like, uh, his we are like okay, horses, they don't neigh just like that, especially race horses. So for some reason, whenever he hears my voice calling him, because I call him Red, his name is Red Ant, so I call him Red. And all my horses are named R something. My first horse was called Rabbit. So yeah, uh, so
Rabbit.
Rabbit, yeah, and he's very naughty. It's adorable, and he's a really good racer. He's in Malaysia now. So yeah, for Red, I don't know why, for some reason out of nowhere, when I call him from afar, like Red, and he neighs back at me.
Like
Yeah, like that. So yeah, wait, let me see if I can find the clip. I think I probably can find it. But yeah, while I'm finding it, yeah, he was put down. Like we were really, really bonded. Like my movements and his movements, we know exactly, like I know when he's gonna jump or when he's not gonna jump. And because there's a way to lead the horses, and my elbow, usually I put it on his chest in front. I'm not like pressing it, but like just resting on it while I'm holding the rope, just so that I don't let the rope dangle to weight. So I tend to hold the weight for him. And yeah, so when I start to use a little bit of force, it's a signal for him to stop walking, some like vehicle or in front or something like that. Yeah, so he knows that. And yeah, it's very easy to like walk him and everything, because he knows movements. I know his movements and everything. And yeah, he like trusts me a lot, and that's the best feeling in the world that you can ever get. Like when the horse trusts you a lot. I can walk up behind him. I can sit beside him when he's laying down, and I lie on him and everything. He actually hugged me to sleep before. Like when he was lying down, I sat down beside him and laid on him, and he used his head to turn around to hug me before, and it was a very nice feeling. It's a lot,
Oh,
yeah, like a lot better than any girls who had hugged me before.
Yeah, I mean that kind of bond like takes a long time to like how long did it take to get that kind of bond with him?
I have no idea because okay, since he wasn't my first horse, my bond with him wasn't there. He I took over this house from back then this friend who I was on good terms with, but eventually we quarreled. But yeah, it was her horse. So Rabbit was my first horse and I loved him a lot. And uh Red was I think my second horse, but because he was so quiet and he wasn't like, he was so quiet and I didn't really had anything with him. It was until when Rabbit was sent to Malaysia. Uh yeah, I don't know. It was like how both of us were. I don't know when or how we got better. And actually we just became very close like that. Yeah, I found a
Oh.
video. Okay.
I
Can you
mean,
hear this? Can you hear that?
yeah, I can.
Okay,
That's
okay.
very loud.
Okay, that's a video that's a video of him name. Okay, I'm gonna play it now.
Okay.
Do you hear that? That neigh?
Yeah, I heard the name, but who's that screaming? Is that you?
Yeah, it's me.
What?
I'm calling him.
You calling him? What the fuck?
Yeah, like like that. For
What
some reason,
the fuck is that scream? I thought that was the animal until the horse neighed, and I'm like, what the fuck? Wait, play it again. Let the people hear this. Let them hear it again.
Okay, hold on. I need to look for it again. Hold on, give me 10 seconds.
What the fuck? That was like guttural screaming. I was like, what the fuck is this?
I'm a metalhead. What are you expecting? What do you want from me? Okay, I'm playing it. Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna give a count. Okay, wait. 3, 2, 1.
What? I I I doubt that the horse can even hear you calling his name. He's just like saying, this fucking crazy man is out there screaming again. Please stop, god damn it. That's why he's neighing. He's like,
Shut
not
up!
again.
Shut up! Shut up! You know what's funny? Red is actually a Libra too.
Yeah, I understand his pain. He's like, oh my god. Here he goes again. He's fucking screaming. Like, the witch scream.
Fuck you! No, like when other people does it, he doesn't reply.
Yeah, because they're not screaming like that. Like
No, they do it the same way, but for some reason, that's the voice that he recognizes. And like he recognizes his name, like when I'm inside there, like his stall. He
uh-huh.
Okay, this mofo has like fucking good aim. He's a better sniper than both of us. Okay, so what happens is that okay, so whenever I'm in his stall cleaning for him, he would just wander around and sometimes just stand behind me and just put his head on my head and just rest there. The thing is, sometimes he would just stand facing me while I'm cleaning,
Uh-huh.
and then he use his nose to like rub against my body and everything, and he'll nip at my nipple.
What?
He'll that small little bite, that fast snappy bite, but
Yeah.
it's a playful bite. Yeah, he will not fail to nip at my nipple, like guaranteed to 100% bullseye. I have no idea how the fuck he aims at that shit because my nipples are so small. I'm a Chinese, and he aims at it, and you can tell that he was being cheeky because I recorded a video of me sitting in front of his sawdust and me, and he was behind me. I'm in front of him, so I'm just sitting there, and then I'm recording behind me. So he was like looking around, and then he put his head down and then on my back, and he like poke poke, and then he bit again. Then he looked up, and I was looking at his face, and you know that he was being cheeky. So for some reason, he's like the nippler.
Why the nipples though?
I have no idea. I have no idea, man. You fucking Libras are weird.
No, fuck you. That's so weird. Like that's so specific. Oh.
I've been wondering that question for some time. Like, the fuck does my nipple like smell like horse? Let me smell it. Nope, it doesn't smell like horse.
Okay.
But yeah, like actually like of course like we have our bad everything, but um yeah, for a moment when I was working there, like I believed in myself a lot that I could help mentally unstable horses, those horses that had PTSD and everything, with a lot of love. And yeah, I mean, it sounds cringy to say, but because of my past, okay, you know my past, like I didn't had a very good past mentally and everything, blah 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 blah. So it was only when I was like 30 or 29, I started working at the stables, and it was the horses that taught me the actual meaning of love. Like we all have an idea of it, but it was really the horses that taught me the understanding, the true meaning of it, and not just going through it. And it's I think I would think it's like having kids, that kind of feeling. And yeah, they really taught me that meaning and everything, and the feeling of trust and everything. And yeah, it made me realize a lot about myself. Like uh, like how sometimes we are traumatized by relationships and we cannot trust anymore, and we start to doubt ourselves if we are meant for this and all that kind of stuff, if we are meant for anything like that. But it made me realize that sometimes like a lot of people talk about you know if you're damaged, you gotta heal yourself before you get in a relationship. No, it doesn't work that way. I mean, we can heal ourselves, but the thing is, damages done by other people, you can't heal it because it takes two hands to clap. And you really need to find someone to work with you through the damage that someone else did. Yeah, and you really can't do it yourself. Like you can't heal a damage done by other people. So that's why a lot of people tend to be very pressurized by that. Like why can't I heal myself and all that kind of stuff, is because it's not their fault. I mean, but of course it doesn't give them a reason to be an asshole. But yeah, it was like really horses that really made me understand that, the feeling of loving them full-heartedly. You can go all out and everything without worrying that they would betray you or cheat on you or stuff like that, because they just see you as another horse, like someone close to them, and you can love them a lot. They love you back. It's they know. And yeah, when they really trust you, it's a whole totally different new feeling that I would dare to say, like, majority of the people in society would not have felt, because it's really this yeah, the 3 years that I worked with very low pay, but it was the most wholesome 3 years I've ever worked in a job at, because it didn't felt like, yeah.
Hmm. Oh, that's nice. I was gonna ask, like, why did you stop working there? But I guess it's because of the low pay, right?
Not really, but the pay was fine. But the thing is, okay, back then I got into a relationship with one of my exes, right? So she was at Cheetah, and
Oh.
things started to affect me mentally a lot, like really, really a lot. And I wasn't being myself a lot anymore. Like I started to stray away from the person that I was when I was working with the horses. And besides that, the stable had very little people, so we were overworked. Yeah, so
Mm.
that two combination didn't work well because it was really bad. It reached to a point where I had very little patience for my horses. I wouldn't say like I abused them or what, but I just didn't have patience like how a father and a child would. You just scold them and you just had no patience. And it was just a day that uh, I woke up and I was like, oh fuck, I don't want to go to work and all stuff like that. And I did some reflection. I was like, oh fuck, what am I doing to them? Like, this is not me. I don't like to treat them this way. I don't want to treat them this way. And I realized that it's better for me to quit because, yeah, they don't deserve the shit that my ex gave me. Just because I had difficulties in coping doesn't mean that they're doing anything wrong. They're just being horses. And the sad thing is, and also partly is because the horses that I was close with, especially after Red died, part of me died too. And yeah, I just didn't felt a connection there anymore for me to stay to. And yeah, although I didn't have any horses close to me anymore, uh, it just didn't felt right for me to be so impatient towards them, and I really didn't like that part of myself a lot. Yeah, because yeah, I mean, for anyone who went through a relationship of someone who cheated on you,
Mhm.
the feeling of being worried whenever you guys separate, like every second, every action, every words that they speak, do, and or whatever, you tend to second guess and get worried, and it obstructs your job and everything. It's really really tedious. It's really really tiring and mentally straining, especially when back then, when we got together, she was pregnant with her ex's child. So she went for abortion, and I was taking care of her, yeah, throughout the whole confinement period. So yeah,
Wait, you were doing that even after she cheated on you?
no, that was like the first few months, but there were a lot of times that she was flirting around and trying to cheat and everything, and uh, yeah, I forgave that whole thing lah. But um, you can't really, as much as you want to forgive a person, but you can't forget the pain, that feeling inside you. It's very hard to fight against yourself at that point. Yeah,
Mm.
so I was
I
fighting myself.
think,
Hmm?
yeah.
Yes, you're
I
saying.
mean, I think like if you're in a relationship and your partner cheats on you, I think it's over. Like, there's no way to stay in that relationship and keep it healthy because it doesn't matter if you forgive them or not. Because you
Hmm.
always have that in the back of your mind. Like
Yeah,
whatever they say, whatever they do, you will always doubt. You will always doubt
yeah,
them, and
yeah.
always, yeah, the trust is gone. Like once
It
they
is.
cheat on you, the trust is gone. It can never come back. So I think
Yeah,
the best thing to do is just fucking end it because you can never repair that relationship. It's already gone.
yeah. I mean, usually I would have left, like as you said, but back then when I was working the horses, I told you like there was a growth in me in terms of being in a relationship and everything. It felt like I felt like I understood things and I didn't want to give up on someone so easily. And yeah, because it's just not my thing to just um be like, I'm not young anymore, so I don't like to go through the whole process of saying like, every single thing we use breakup has a solution. I think I'm not okay. I know I've said this before between ourselves, but I'm not roasting anyone. It's just my personal point of view in general. That I find that especially at my age, I find that to use breakup at every single argument or everything, it really disrespects the relationship. It's not even just about the other party, but it disrespects the relationship as a whole. Like
Mm.
the term breakup hurts a lot, and especially when your other half is trying to hold on to it and you just keep using breakup to throw it at that person. I think that hurts a lot, and I don't want to do that. And yeah, like that's why I get into relationship to last. I mean, what's the point of getting in a relationship when you to last? And yeah,
I
like
mean, yeah, I think absolutely you can do that for other stuff. Like you can try to work on the relationship and keep it, and improve it. But I think the cheating thing, I think that's just final. What
yeah,
once someone cheats, it's over. Like there's no fucking way
yeah,
for that relationship to be repaired because you can't forget. You will never be able to forget, and you'll never, even if you make yourself believe that you forgive them or whatever, you'll never be able to get it out of your mind. It'll always be there. You'll always be doubting them.
yep, yep, and yeah, exactly. So it's like whatever you're saying. I was going through it when I was working with the horses. So yeah, eventually it changes you into someone else. You become very paranoid, you become very impatient and everything. And yeah, like I look at them, and horses are very pure. You know, they are really, really pure. No matter what kind of horses, like they bite or whatever, there's always a reason. It's never the horse's fault. So, it really takes you to understand this horse. And yeah, when I look at them, I felt really bad because this is not the way I want to treat them, and what have I become, you know? And I felt that it was best for me to leave in that sense because I can no longer offer the capacity of love that I used to be able to give, especially after one of my best horses died in front of me. Oh my God. I cried like shit when I saw his corpse, man. Oh my God. I cried for 2 fucking weeks, bro. Yeah. Hello, hello.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. So yeah, like anyways, like the whole cheating thing, like I think the whole concept of that is one thing. For people who has been cheated on, I think the thing that really haunts us is the whole image in your head. Like the person that you love a lot, is, unless they're into that, but the person that you love a lot is being held in someone else's arms and being fucked by them. And the worst feeling is like knowing that they're smiling with someone else and not you. And it really takes a lot of confidence away from you. And
yeah. It
yeah,
has to, right? Like you will question your own self-worth when that
yep,
happens. You'll be
yep,
like what is wrong with me? Like there must be something wrong with me that even though we're in a relationship, she decided to cheat on me with another guy. Like what's wrong with me? Physically, mentally, emotionally.
yeah,
You'll start doubting everything.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I feel.
It really ruined, bro. It really ruined like everything I had, like everything, all the positive things I've learned from my past relationships, the Taiwan that I was dating, and that my horse's love and everything. Oh my God, it was all demolished, man. I fucking swear to God, there was so much drama between in that fucking relationship. There was so much fucking drama. I fucking swear that I never want to go through that shit ever again, man. Like it wasn't a relationship between the both of us. It was a relationship between her life, everyone else in her life. Like she was fucking more people than I actually know, imagine, and she lies to me about, and I found it out myself. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, so
Well,
it was. Hmm.
yeah. Well, I mean, if anyone listening has gone through that, what would you tell them? Like, what would be an advice
Um,
since you've
well,
experienced that?
the
What's an advice to move past it?
the cliche one is probably, don't look for another one to bounce off that feeling because in that way, you're trapped in this cycle of toxicity that you'll never get out of. And that's how those girls became toxic in the first place because of situations like that. just remember to respect yourself more and to heal yourself. As I said just now, like wounds by other people will not be healed, but you can't let yourself be the same level as the person who cheated on you. Despite how much love you have for this person, be it you're a guy or girl, I think that do what you need to do. Okay, I'm not encouraging you to someone to go kill themselves or what, but very often people, who are damaged, we turn to pain for a solution. But after a while, you get out of it, and you're like, it's pointless, and you just gotta face it. And so I can't really, don't hurt yourself, everything, but um, respect yourself. If no matter what you want to do, you respect yourself, and when you respect yourself, uh, you won't go to the extent of allowing yourself to be the same level as the person who cheated on you, and you wouldn't go to the extent, you know that you're more valuable than that, and whatever feelings that you have, I mean, except for narcissists, whose love is always most valuable, but normal people, okay, situations like that, your feelings have values, and don't just throw it away like that. I mean, I can't say back to the cheater, but like as I did, but know your limits and um understand more. Don't just blindly through something that just because it makes you feel bad, and that's what happens majority of the time, because you feel bad, that's why you stay with the cheater. But really, like uh
Like they apologize and do the crocodile tear thing,
yeah,
and you're like, oh, but I love this person. Maybe I can forgive them.
no,
But I
don't.
would say that never fall for that shit. Like, if someone is willing to cheat on you once, they're
Yeah,
willing to cheat on you 100 times, like again and again.
yep,
And if someone just crosses that line, there is no going. How much you love them, no matter how much you trusted them,
yep,
you just have to let them go. Like it's
yeah,
because if you try to forgive them and stay in that relationship, try to fix it or something, you're only gonna make it worse. It's never gonna go back to the way it was. You will never trust them. They will probably do it again because they got away with it once.
yeah.
And
The thing is,
the thing, yeah,
sorry, you're saying.
yeah. I think the thing about cheaters is they're never like they're cheaters. Okay, they're never gonna stop at one. Okay, if you forgive them, they're bound to do that shit again. Okay, that's
Yeah,
what I think.
I think it depends too. Like especially in a more grown up society, cheating
Hmm.
is actually very common. Like to what I'm looking at, and I'm beginning to understand why people doing business cheats a lot. But people who are younger than me, maybe around your age, this this society of your age, it's they're not supposed to. I'm not saying not supposed, but it's not their time something like that. Yeah, it's your youth. You really gotta enjoy it because really time doesn't wait for anyone. Like don't fool that wasting time on this relationship for a few years, good years of your life on something like that. And it's really not worth it. Maybe it's worth it if you learn the lesson, but it's not worth it if you just want to feel better. And some relationships that I've seen in this working society, it's like the wife allows the husband, they know their husband is cheating outside, but it's for lust. And they still come home to their wife with their heart. And I can understand that kind of relationship, but the thing is, not everybody can accept it. So that's why those kind of wife or husband 1 in a million. And yeah, but the thing is, for people in the mid 20s and early 20s, this is not that kind of life they should be going through, like because there's no need for that at all. Like people who are cheating just wants to fuck something else or just wants to have fun. So they're really not worth for you to. There's really nothing worth for them to hold back the cheating half because it's not a business deal. It's not about anything. They don't have power or anything. If you're looking for money, just earn it yourself. Why do you want to stay? That kind of stuff. Yeah, there are a
Yeah,
lot
I
of reasons.
think yeah.
You think?
I was saying the thing about those married couples you mentioned that like the wife knows the husband is cheating. Like I think that is it's a marriage of compromise at that point. I don't think there's genuine love in that relationship. Like the woman is probably just her hands are forced. Like she's probably married, has kids and a family. She doesn't want to destroy it. She doesn't want to break it up because once you're in that state, like it's not just you and your partner. It's just not a relationship at that point. It's the whole family. You know,
Yeah.
it's your family, it's their family, and if you have kids, that makes like 10 times worse, like 10 times more responsibility and shit you got to think about. And so I think those relationships or marriages just become like a thing of compromise. It's more like a social contract than a mutual, like genuine loving relationship. A lot of the times the guys are cheating and the woman, the wife knows it, and the wife is going out cheating as well, probably. And
Yep.
if they both know it, then that's fine. I mean, if they're into that, I mean, their love has run out of, if their marriage has run out of love or whatever, and they just, they're just in it for the responsibility and just going out cheating, and they're both fine with it, I guess. Yeah, do whatever you want there.
But speaking about that, I actually met when I was still in the tattoo shop. I met this my ex-teacher's customer was his friend. This alligator handler, crocodile handler or something.
Oh,
When his wife was pregnant, his wife told him, um, "Now I'm pregnant. I can't have sex with you. It's okay. I give you the green light to have sex with other girls, but always use a protection and don't lose your don't watch your feelings lah. I allow you to have sex, but with other girls, but don't do it with me."
what the fuck?
Yeah, because she said she understands that men have needs. Can't have sex. She can't fulfill that responsibility.
Well, there's always anal. Like,
She's pregnant, man. What the fuck?
there's always anal. I don't see the problem here.
Oh my god, TK, what the hell? What?
I'm just saying there's other holes of the body that are not occupied with a living organism in it, okay?
But anyways, yeah. So, yeah, that's that. Like, wow, that's really respectable. Like, I mean, I don't think that the guy actually went out to fuck other girls, but um, yeah, I mean, there are situations like that. Understandable,
I
understandable.
I don't think that's I just find it weird that your wife would even say that.
I think it's because they genuinely trust each other. Like she knows that he wouldn't, but she's allowing
Yeah.
him to do so because she knows as a wife she can't fulfill that, and it's worse that he's doing behind her back, you know, and that would be worse.
So
So
was
it's
it
like,
like a funny way of saying it, or is it like a joke, or what?
what do you mean?
Like when she said it, was she like lightheartedly saying it like in a funny manner?
No, the wife wasn't there, but the guy was telling us. He was like, "Hey man, you know what my wife said to me? She said, yeah, you can go fuck other girls, but then he was like, I was shocked. I was like, where could wife say something like that? My wife is number one. Where to find a wife like that? Yeah. Like, because when you work in a tattoo shop, you meet all kinds of people. Like, really, a lot of kind of people, and you have to be very upfront and personal with them because they're clients and you have to talk to them. You guys tend to talk a lot about personal stuff, especially when they are personal friends of my ex-teachers. So
Mhm.
yeah, like most of them have wives and everything. Like majority of them don't cheat and everything because they have really awesome wives, and I really like respect that a lot because the wives that they have not get they have are really one in a million kind. Like they're so understanding of situations and everything. Of course, like for myself, I'm not going to allow my wife to fuck someone else just because I'm sick. But it takes a lot, man. It really takes a lot, a really, really big heart for that wife to say that. And that's something very respectable that I feel that it is.
Yeah, I mean, there must be a lot of trust in the relationship for her to say that.
Yeah, a
And I,
lot, man.
so- yeah, it sounds to me like she knew like he wasn't gonna do it, so she was like lightheartedly like saying it.
I think
Probably.
partly like she actually meant it as well. Because if I remember correctly, his wife wasn't like Singaporean or anything. Wasn't Chinese or something. So maybe like they have very different cultural upbringing in the country, and they tend to understand the responsibility of a wife more. They view it very differently rather than just a partnership, and they probably view the love in a very
What
different way as well.
what country is she from then?
I can't remember. That was like a good like freaking 15 years ago, 20 years ago, man.
Okay.
Yep, I can't. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, but
What the fuck?
like it's like isn't it like really big hearted? I really think that's really like wow, something really impressive. Like, you know, it's really something to flex because not like moment how do you pronounce it? Fuck. My blah, superficial gains. You know how people flex with superficial gains like money and stuff like that. I think that's
Mhm.
nothing to be, to be flexing about. I don't find that impressive about like people like clients that I meet that very flexy with their richness and everything. I'm just like okay or whatever. But people who have genuine insight, like the thoughts, the way they think, the heart, or like the way they treat animals and everything. These are the things that I find that is something good to flex and flex worthy because not everyone can have it. Whereas money, you can have anyone can have it so long they know what to do or they're not lazy enough to go and work for it. Yeah,
Hmm.
money is everywhere,
Well,
man.
yeah. Well, speaking of that, the if you would allow your partner to cheat. So, okay,
Yeah.
let's say you have erectile dysfunction.
Mhm.
Okay, let's say you get erectile dysfunction some all of a sudden or something, and you can't satisfy your partner anymore. Then would you let her? Would you say to her that it's okay if you want to go and fuck other guys because I can't satisfy you in that way anymore?
Uh, in my current situations that I am, no. But if the thing about girls who cheat and guys who cheat are very different scenarios. Guys who cheat are usually playful and they just want to fuck something, and girls who
Yeah.
cheats with their heart, and that's something very different.
Well, I think there are girls that are just looking for some dick as well.
Yeah, but
I mean, I'm not usually,
huh?
but I think there are girls. But let's say that the situation I'm talking about here is that girl would be starving for it, right? She would be missing out on the physical aspect of the relationship entirely.
Okay, if
So
if that's the case, uh,
yeah,
probably like if it's a stable relationship that really worth my time. Okay, let's say that something really stable, and based on my current mindset, uh, I wouldn't allow it yet. But the thing is, I'll try to work a solution out with my partner to see what can be done. If ultimately it reaches to a point where she really craves for a human life dick, and we have to see how it goes. Either I would say, I think it's best that we break up, or because I think uh, I'm not sure if I can sustain such image in my head again. Because I've been cheated before, and that whole image in my head has been, I've been PTSD'd by scenarios like that. I'm not sure if I can handle it, especially after she's been through all that work with me to get past this whole PTSD thing. I don't think it's worth, to just break it like that, because trust is something that you can't imagine yourself to have it or not. If it's there, it's there. If it's not, it's not. So I'll either choose to break up, or we'll see whether if we can work something out before we reach to a point where, go fuck another guy, and something like that. Or maybe if I can have a fetish for just sitting there and looking at them fuck and I get turned on or something. Yeah.
Well, that's what the cucks do.
Yeah.
Like cuckolds, right?
Yeah.
People who enjoy seeing their partner getting fucked by other people.
Yeah, but the thing is,
It's so
if I'm
fucking crazy to me. I don't understand that at all.
well, it's either you have it or you don't.
No, it's just like the fucking concept is so fucked up, and it is so ass backwards. Like, just imagine how fucked up in the head you must. I'm not like I'm not saying this. I mean, yeah, whatever your fetish is, like I'm not personally attacking you, but you must be so fucked up in the head to enjoy that. Like, think of like a relationship, your partner is so personal. It's just between you and her, right? It's between the two of you, like the physical aspect, the romantic aspect, the emotional aspect. It all goes together. Like, it's without one, the everything it's lacking if you don't have one, right? It all combines and it all goes together, and it's this wonderful thing. But imagine you're so fucked up that you enjoy seeing your partner getting fucked by other guys, basically. I
Oh,
just can't even wrap my head around that.
now that you mentioned this, you just reminded me of something. Uh, yeah.
What?
Wait. Okay, I better say it first before I forget again. Um, oh, you're asking me about what to say to the people who have been through all this. Okay, for
Yeah.
people who have been cheated on, don't don't image that in your head too much, because once you get used to it, it becomes something fucked up in your head, and you get used to it, and you start to grow very twisted mindset in terms of sex, lust, and love. It becomes very warped, and the line in between becomes very blurred, and that's what happens with a lot of females that I've seen. That's why, like, a lot of them, especially like females who does drugs, they have that line so blurred they don't know like what is what anymore, and they just sleep around, because of this kind of twisted um growth that stemmed from being cheated on. Yeah, it did get to me for a little bit, and I had to like wipe it out totally, because it's fucked up. I know it's fucked. Yeah, because just now when you're talking about how people have this mindset in terms of this, yeah, that reminded me of it. It's a very dangerous line to cross, because it really warps your reality. So you really gotta like watch it for that. Yeah, watch for that um zone. Yeah.
Hmm. Oh, also for the cheating thing, like I think I had an advice. I was gonna say something as well, but I forgot as well. So I was gonna I was gonna say I think it's normal for victims of cheating. Like, if your partner has cheated on you,
Mm.
it's easy to self doubt and like doubt everything about yourself and lose confidence and secure basically. because
Mm.
especially if it's like a long relationship, or like a year or two, or even a few months, like it's easy for you to become insecure in yourself and doubt yourself and imagine there's something wrong with you. But I think you shouldn't think that way, because the person who cheated on you, it was completely their fault. I don't think there's any problem with you, because even if there was problems with you, your partner should bring that up to you, should
Mm.
talk to you about it and tell you that and ultimately, if she can't handle it anymore, she should say that, I can't take it anymore, I'm going to break up. But the cheating thing is just going too far. I think that's completely on them, and that's their fault. You can't blame yourself for that.
Yep. Yeah, you can. I guess. Um. Yeah. I think when I got cheated on, I think I deserved it because way back when I was younger, I had a lot of fun, and yeah, and I think this is just karma in return. But not that I enjoyed cheating. I did it once, and I had like two girlfriends, so I didn't enjoy that feeling a lot, and I realized that um yeah, it's just not for me, and that's why when you hello,
Yeah, hold
yeah,
on.
okay, please be on hold. Dun, 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 dun. So while waiting for TK, let me sing you a song. It's a Japanese song.
Yeah,
Oh, welcome back. Okay. Yeah.
yeah.
So
So you say?
yeah, so because basically I've been through that on the other side, I understood like how it felt and why people want to do it. Um because I had a lot of male friends who cheated as well. And I start to understand their mindset and everything. And yeah, to be honest, it's really like as TK said, it's really not your fault, and there's really nothing you can do about it, because a relationship
Mm,
is meant for both of you to be working it together. And unless you guys come to a compromise of this decision, it's really totally not your fault, and you just you know if you need something physical to get hold of yourself, if you need sex, be it whether you're a guy or girl, you need sex, but make sure that it's not that you can't do it, but make sure that the other partner that you're fucking, make sure that there's a line drawn between feelings and lust. It's a very non-distinctive line that people just because you're in pain doesn't mean that you need love. You just need to heal. And if sex is your way to heal yourself, then go for it. But just keep your feelings to yourself and heal your own feelings, and not drugs, especially not drugs. Like it's an escape, but it's something that will ruin you a lot. Alcohol, it's fine. Just you know, keep don't destroy yourself. But drugs, yeah, I wouldn't advise that a lot. I've lost friends who were gone by drugs. Yeah, so it's not worth it.
yeah, I mean, yeah, keep it to a limit. Like if you're abusing the substance, and or getting addicted, so you're right.
Weed is fine
Yeah,
though.
I think I think it's fine to a degree of moderation. Like if you're fucking abusing that shit, like you're 24/7, you're
Mm.
blazing 420, 24/7. I think you've got a problem, because you're just fucking hiding your pain and like trying to forget shit.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
the
just
same with alcohol. You become alcoholic. You're fucking drinking all day long. That's obviously gonna be a problem.
yeah, but I mean, people who are damaged naturally they become toxic as well. But for people who are upset that their friends are no longer there and everything, don't be upset. Like because naturally this is life. Everyone comes and go. Like even one day, like we're not even both me and TK are not even sure if how long we are going to be friends for. Of course, we hope that it's going to last until either one of us dies. But people come and go, and most importantly is you learn the lesson of their existence in your life still there. And I think it's fine because everyone is toxic to a certain level, and it takes a while to unlearn the toxicity. And you can't really blame yourself so long you're aware of it and you are actually really trying to get over it. The thing is,
Yeah,
you can't really
also,
blame. Sorry.
yeah, you can't really blame. Huh?
No, you can't really blame for people for living a life because
Yeah.
yeah, if you were in their shoes, you wouldn't want to face that kind of same thing as well. So yeah, you're saying?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That like I'm not say that there's no problems with yourself, right? You're obviously you can always improve yourself. Like you can always look at yourself in introspection that maybe done something better. Like no, I'm not talking about the cheating thing. I'm talking about like losing friends or whatever.
Mm.
Like if it's a friend you value and you've like they've drifted away from you and they've like gone gone away or distanced themselves from you. You gotta look at yourself and think about yourself. Like what could you have done differently, or what are the things or aspects of your attitude or character that you can improve that might have caused the drift, and like how you can improve yourself for the future. Maybe when you make new friends or when you like yeah for the future like so you can improve yourself for the better in the future that's the lessons you can take and improve yourself from it.
Yeah, because you can't expect a different result by using the same format all over again.
Yeah.
So yeah, if people, I mean, except for people who doesn't want to like help themselves, yeah, everything happens for a reason. Like definitely, I really believe in this that everything happens for a reason. So sometimes when you don't understand something, just try to find the lesson in it and to understand like what might have went wrong and just you can't do anything about the other person's decision, but you can do for yourself in what has happened and what is going to happen. So yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
And I think we're gonna need to wrap it up there because I
Yep.
have yeah I suddenly have something to do
Yeah, as
so
we all know. We heard it. But it's a good point to stop to, like the whole thing was on point too.
yeah I think we covered that topic for sure.
Yep.
So
Okay.
yeah. So yeah, definitely. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed our episode today, and maybe learned something from it. I don't know. Horses are good, cheating is bad,
What the
and
fuck?
and cucks are just fucked up. I guess.
That's in your
So that is the best. I wanted to talk more about that, but we don't have time today. Maybe we'll leave cuckolds for another day.
Yes, TK has a fetish right now.
No, fuck you.
Hi, T Smith.
What do you mean T Smith?
Yeah, Will Smith.
Oh my god, fuck you. Will Smith is a cuck, and I shall not be put in the same category as him. Okay.
And he's Libra too.
No, he's not.
He is. No, wait. I think he is,
Is
if
he?
I remember correctly. I think so.
Then we as the Libra community will disown him.
What the fuck? But yeah, my dog said
We don't think no Libras don't fucking accept cucks, okay? They're the ones sleeping around. Okay, so
Oh.
sleeping around with so many people, you're not gonna be a cuck. Okay?
You are a
Cucks are
cuck.
very Lonely, desperate people. No, fuck you. All right. So okay, let's end it there.
Okay.
So yeah, everyone, for enjoying today's episode, and yeah, don't forget to give us a 5-star rating on Spotify or Apple Podcasts wherever you're listening to. Doesn't matter. Fucking give us a 5-star, okay? And see y'all guys next week. Bye.